keynote address by our esteemed speaker, Ritu Jhingon, Group Director, Corporate Communications and CEO, Nand, Ghar at Vedanta Ltd. Ritu is a seasoned professional in the domain of corporate communications and corporate social responsibility, currently lending her expertise to Vedanta Ltd as Group Director, Corpcom, and CEO of its flagship CSR project, Nand, Ghar. Holding a management degree specializing in marketing and graduation, accolade from Sri Ram College of Commerce, University of Delhi, Ritu's distinguished career spanning 3 decades has been marked by her contribution as a communication and CSR professional. Her competencies encompass crafting effective marketing strategies, optimizing project delivery, and fostering stakeholder engagement. Her adept guidance has propelled Vedanta's brand and CSR initiatives onto national and international platforms. She's also been instrumental in shaping Vedanta's communication and social impact policies, promoting its contributions towards sustainable development goals, and enhancing its communication practices. Prior to her tenure with Vedanta, Ritu occupied senior management roles at Hindustan Times Media Limited and Ogilvy and Mehta, spanning Sri Lanka, Mumbai, and Delhi. May we please put our hands together and welcome Ritu on stage. Ritu, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Shreya. That was really long, but thank you for that very, very warm welcome, for really bringing us all together. And, you know, I don't go to these forums very often, but I come here today and I see, and I, called my promoters and I said, and I see a world of talent, the best in India right here. From a Vedanta perspective or from any corporate perspective, and an interesting conversation I was having in the speaker's lounge, I think the most important piece really for every brand is to find purpose in their PR, communication, branding, and marketing. And I think, a small case study to say, how did we at Vedanta really find that purpose? And the first slide really says it all. Sports and its impact on brand. Needless to say that there was a slight bias in finding purpose, and also that I used to be a national swimmer. So with that comes a lot of thinking on how sports is binding and how it cuts across. And I think if you look slide by slide, I will absolutely explain to you how we found purpose, cause, sports, people, community all coming together. And it really is that dynamic relationship today that I want to speak with you about. Why sports? For all of you who go for a morning walk, it's sort of an emotional connect. You see the neighbors, dog being walked, you see the parent being walked, you see the grandmother going for a walk. And even if you decide to go out and one day you miss someone, it's an emotion to it. There is a Sunday run which many of us do. And in that, we all say that it cuts across really geographies, cultural and economic divide. There are times that I have seen that, there is, and there are examples when you see the canteen guys are actually running with us. Today, on my app that we actually have, our Puran Bhaiya who is doing the virtual marathon with us, and he is actually the front runner in all our 100 people in the corporate office. So it cuts across everyone. I'll have to move like this to see the presentation. And it's an opportunity when I say to create involved conversations with the audience. People look at you, people understand what your brand is about, but they also say, hey, you know what? It is wellness, sports, and a cause combined. Why a marathon? Why not this walk? I mean, it's important to answer the why also. You look at it, it challenges your potential. Do you actually think any of us could be runners? Maybe not. But over the number of years that I have seen so many friends who have probably only walked in their lives actually come into this way of challenging themselves to say, if not 6 kilometers, 10 kilometers. I have a brother who started at age 50 Today he has done 2 ultra marathons, 256 kilometers in 7 days at 58. So it just continues to challenge your potential. And it's inclusive, I said so earlier. It has no entry barrier, and actually it has no age. I was reading in the last ultra marathon in Brazil, the youngest runner was a woman, 72 years of age. It is participative, so it's not that you're sitting in a movie or you're not sitting and watching it. So you're not a spectator, you're partaking in it, you're as much owning it. And let me say, something in between each one of us really changes. Just try doing that walk, run, marathon, doing a community exercise. It actually will help you in wellness, obviously, but also mental health. Mental health is a really large piece that we know post-COVID a lot of us talk about, but getting out, wearing those shoes in the morning really will help you change something within. And guess what? About 10 years ago, if you see my designation, it also says CEO Nand Ghar. It is a project that we started. Vedanta stands for a purpose, and if there's one purpose, it was women and children, how we can do anything for upliftment of women and children. And the focus really is nutrition. We really said, how can we marry this marathon which cuts across people to the cause that we really set? Our cause is children. We have transformed Anganwadis across the nation, children 0 to 6 years of age. We have also looked at women who are there, we have skilled them, and everyone comes for the food that we try and provide every single day, cutting across Anganwadis called Nand Ghars now. So we said, let's all come together and run for zero hunger. And when I say run, you can walk today, go back and take a 1 kilometer walk and just hashtag run for zero hunger. If you look at the country's statistics, we have enough and more children which are go to bed hungry. And at Vedanta, our dream is that no child should go to bed hungry. And more importantly, how we can change the nutrition parameters of this country. So marrying the sport along with the cause, a cause or the purpose that we already stood for, women and children. How did we actually do it? And we thought about it, we built it, and I'm going to give you a short audio visual which will tell you how we experienced it last year. Can I have the AV,
1st
please?
September 2022, Vedanta proudly announced the launch of the Vedanta Delhi Half Marathon, an event aimed to create awareness about one of the rising problems our country is facing, malnutrition. To address this serious issue, we came up with an inspiring theme, Run for Zero Hunger, where every kilometer a participant ran, Vedanta donated a nutritious meal through its flagship initiative, Nand Ghar. During the event, Bollywood celebrities like Bhumi Pednekar and Milind Soman motivated participants' passion to run for a cause. Cheering along was our international ambassador and two-time Olympic gold winner, Haile Gebrselassie. We tied up with the Step, Set, Go app, where we asked internal stakeholders to register and run from anywhere, anytime. Regular digital posts were shared on our social media pages to encourage people to run for a cause. Approximately 50,000 people participated. The campaign had gathered 3.5 crore impressions. This was the biggest achievement for Vedanta, as the online participation collected over 1 million meals, on-ground collected another 1 million, and outdoor activations and Twitter mentions gathered additional 5 lakh meals. It was monumental for us at Vedanta as we saw double the result we had in mind, 1 million meals, and to our surprise, we happily donated over 2 million. While these achievements were no less than winning a priceless medal, the medals that Vedanta presented to the participants were invaluable. Rare grade of zinc, the medals were specially minted at Hindustan Zinc, which is a Vedanta Group company. It was an honor to present the specially crafted medals to those who took forward the event's vision. And in all, the Vedanta Delhi Half Marathon was a remarkable event to remember. It gave us an opportunity to invite people to run not just for themselves but for a larger cause. The giant strides taken by the runners helped us feed a nutritious meal to over 2 million less privileged children, with one of the biggest ever social impact programs to combat malnutrition in India.
Thank you. And we had targeted 1 million meals. We had no clue we will reach 2 million. This year we have targeted to contribute 2 million meals. We're already at 1.5 million and we have more than 30 days to go. I think the power of the cause is actually something that all of you professionals here need to understand. Look at the number of people who walked with us. It may be stars, it may be politicians, it may be people who are in sports, but the power of the cause becomes synonymous with your brand. And more importantly, if I may say that if you believe in it, people just walk along. And you saw in the film, we even synergize the medal. The zinc came from Hindustan Zinc. This year also, each medal. So even when you take home a medal, it is a Vedanta story. Needless to say, it got recognition. There are times when you believe that, are you doing the right thing? And when people recognize that you are working towards your corporate social responsibility along with building the brand, the accolades are always welcome. But that really is not the end goal. I think what is it for the brand, and these are the last two slides, which I think are the most important slides really for me. It's the power of one. 20,000 people, your internal employees came together. We have 17 factories cutting across, and I was telling someone whether it's Zambia, whether it is Lusaka, whether it was Joburg, whether it was Lanjigarh, wherever people were running, and it binds the company internal employees, everyone together. The cause, the purpose, the wellness, the contribution. Each one becomes a hero. And in the second part, when you look at externally, when 50,000 people participate, do you know every runner always has another person with them? Always, when they practice. 6.6 crore people were reached out across India. And when you look at the the statistics, 5,000 people from corporate India, whether they ran their own brands or their flags, whatever it may have been, but they came for Vedanta Delhi Half Marathon. So they wore their own brand and our brand on their sleeve, literally. And my last slide really defines, the impact, the outcome, and it is not about you and me. It is about the country. An exercise done, a brand building exercise with an outcome. Attendance in the Anganwadis have increased by 20%. So today, we have contributed their 2 million meals, but in those Anganwadis, X number of children, attendance, they come for food. Sam and Ma'am, severely acutely malnourished children. Today, you look at the national average vis-a-vis the Nandghars, and very proud to give these figures that we have contributed to a healthier nation. In our Anganwadis, only 8% children remain in the Sam Ma'am or the not so healthy category. And it is because of you. It is because of the communities that who have contributed. And immunity-based diseases reduced by 96%. Net, all in all, if I end today, I say we contributed to a cause, genuine impact, an impact to the next generation. And we come together to a celebration called a marathon. And this is one way when I say, and I urge everyone, take up real causes, take up real issues, try and find a resolve in that. And for me, the one global example which I really want to give is a case study which all of you must do, is the Apple case study. And look at the new ad. It asks real questions. The ad has Tim Cook, of course he's talking to an actor, an Oscar nominee actor in that. But in that there are real questions for the brand. And I believe even India today is moving towards that, they are asking questions on sustainability, and they are building the brand purpose on that. I'm sure all of you have seen the ad, so I'm not going to play it for you. But coming back to where we are, thank you for this. And Subbu and me had a conversation earlier where we said brand must stand for purpose and cause, and each of us have to vow that when we go from here, we must build our brand, we must do communication on real causes. Thank you very much. It has been absolutely wonderful to speak with you guys. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Ritu.